13 Key You Know to Live for Enjoy Life. Stoicism quotes for modern living. In an era defined by constant connectivity, relentless ambition, and overwhelming information overload, the ancient philosophy of Stoicism emerges as a beacon of timeless wisdom for modern life. Originating in Athens around 300 BC through the teachings of Zeno of Citium, Stoicism has transcended centuries to become increasingly relevant in our contemporary world. This philosophical system, embraced by historical figures such as Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, offers practical guidance for navigating life's challenges with grace and resilience. At its core, Stoicism teaches that true happiness stems not from external circumstances but from our internal responses to them, making it particularly pertinent in today's fast-paced society where external pressures often dictate our emotional well-being. The enduring appeal of Stoicism lies in its practical application to everyday life. Unlike many philosophical systems that remain abstract or theoretical, Stoicism provides concrete tools for personal development and emotional regulation. Its principles emphasize cultivating virtue, maintaining perspective, and developing mental fortitude, qualities that are essential for thriving in the modern world. From corporate leaders seeking better decision-making frameworks to individuals pursuing greater peace of mind, Stoicism's teachings offer universal insights that transcend cultural and temporal boundaries. This article delves into 13 fundamental aspects of Stoic wisdom, each illuminated by powerful quotes from its classical practitioners. These selected teachings aren't merely historical curiosities but serve as actionable guidelines for achieving lasting happiness and fulfillment. Through these principles, we'll explore how Stoicism can help us navigate modern challenges, from managing stress and anxiety to maintaining meaningful relationships and pursuing personal growth. By examining these timeless insights, readers will discover practical strategies for transforming their approach to life's inevitable difficulties, ultimately leading to a more contented and purposeful existence. The power of perspective. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Epictetus. At the heart of Stoic philosophy lies the profound understanding that our reactions to events hold far more significance than the events themselves. This principle, eloquently expressed by Epictetus, serves as a cornerstone for achieving emotional resilience in modern life. Consider the common experience of encountering traffic delays during your morning commute. While the situation itself is beyond your control, your response to it determines whether it becomes a source of frustration or an opportunity for calm reflection. The Stoics teach us that external events are neutral. It is our judgment about them that creates either distress or tranquility. Modern psychology has validated this ancient wisdom through research on cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, which demonstrates how changing our thoughts about situations can dramatically alter our emotional responses. When faced with professional setbacks or personal disappointments, we have the power to reframe these experiences as opportunities for growth rather than insurmountable obstacles. For instance, losing a job might initially seem devastating, but through the lens of Stoicism, it becomes a chance to reassess career goals and develop new skills. Practicing this perspective shift requires conscious effort and regular reflection. Start by identifying situations that typically trigger negative emotions, then deliberately challenge your initial reactions. Ask yourself, is this truly worth my emotional energy? How might I view this differently? By consistently applying this Stoic principle, you gradually build mental flexibility and emotional resilience. Remember Marcus Aurelius's advice. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Embracing what we can control. Some things are in our control and others not. Epictetus. The Stoic dichotomy of control represents one of the most liberating concepts in personal development. Epictetus's straightforward declaration serves as a powerful framework for focusing our energy where it truly matters. In practice, this means recognizing that while we cannot control external events, other people's actions, or the weather, we maintain complete authority over our thoughts, judgments, and responses. This distinction proves particularly valuable in today's hyper-connected world, where social media and instant communication often blur the lines between what we can influence and what remains beyond our reach. Consider the example of workplace dynamics. While you can't control your colleagues' behavior or management decisions, you can manage your reaction to them, your work ethic, and your professional attitude. Similarly, in personal relationships, you can't force others to change their perspectives, but you can control how you communicate and respond to conflict. The Stoics suggest creating a mental filter for every situation. Ask yourself whether the matter at hand falls within your sphere of control before investing emotional energy into it. To implement this principle effectively, begin by categorizing daily challenges into controllable and uncontrollable elements. For instance, when facing financial uncertainty, focus on budgeting wisely, enhancing your skills, and exploring new opportunities, all within your control, rather than worrying about market fluctuations or economic conditions. Develop the habit of redirecting your attention from external circumstances to internal responses. As Marcus Aurelius reminds us, if you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it, and this you have the power to revoke at any moment. Regular practice of this dichotomy builds emotional resilience and reduces unnecessary stress. Create a daily reflection routine where you examine recent challenges through this lens, identifying areas where you expended energy on uncontrollable factors and celebrating instances where you successfully focused on what you could influence. Over time, this practice transforms your approach to life's difficulties, allowing you to maintain composure and effectiveness even in challenging circumstances. Cultivating inner strength. The obstacle is the way. Marcus Aurelius. Marcus Aurelius's profound insight encapsulates the Stoic belief that challenges are not merely obstacles to overcome but essential components of personal growth and character development. This principle suggests that adversity, rather than being something to avoid, actually serves as the primary catalyst for building inner strength and resilience. Consider the analogy of physical training. Just as muscles grow stronger through resistance, our minds and spirits develop through confronting and overcoming difficulties. Each challenge presents an opportunity to exercise virtues such as patience, perseverance, and courage, thereby strengthening our psychological fortitude. Modern examples abound of individuals who have transformed obstacles into stepping stones for success. J.K. Rowling, rejected by multiple publishers before finding success with Harry Potter, viewed each rejection as motivation to refine her craft rather than a reason to give up. Similarly, Thomas Edison famously remarked about his numerous failed attempts at inventing the light bulb. "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." These stories illustrate how embracing challenges can lead to extraordinary achievements and personal transformation. To apply this Stoic principle in daily life, start by reframing your relationship with difficulties. When faced with setbacks, ask yourself, what can I learn from this experience? How can this challenge make me stronger? Practice viewing obstacles as invitations to develop new skills or perspectives. For instance, if you encounter technical difficulties during an important presentation, see it as an opportunity to improve your problem-solving abilities and adaptability under pressure. Keep a journal documenting challenges and the lessons learned from them, tracking your progress in developing resilience. Remember Seneca's advice. Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body. Regularly expose yourself to manageable challenges, gradually increasing their complexity, much like progressive weight training. This deliberate practice builds confidence in your ability to handle adversity and reinforces the understanding that obstacles are not barriers to success but integral parts of the journey toward personal excellence. Practicing gratitude. He is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not, but rejoices for those which he has. Epictetus. The Stoic practice of gratitude extends far beyond mere positive thinking. It represents a fundamental shift in how we perceive and engage with the world around us. Epictetus's insight emphasizes the importance of focusing on what we possess rather than dwelling on what we lack, creating a foundation for sustained contentment and appreciation. This principle finds particular resonance in our modern consumer-driven society, where constant exposure to idealized lifestyles and material possessions often leads to perpetual dissatisfaction. By consciously practicing gratitude, we counteract this tendency and cultivate a deeper sense of fulfillment. Implementing Stoic gratitude involves several practical techniques. Begin each day by reflecting on 3 specific things you're grateful for, ensuring they range from basic necessities to personal relationships and opportunities. This exercise aligns with Seneca's suggestion to regularly contemplate how your life would be without certain blessings, a practice that heightens appreciation for what you currently have. For instance, consider how your daily routine would change without access to clean water, electricity, or supportive friends, thereby deepening your gratitude for these often taken for granted elements of life. Another effective method involves keeping a gratitude journal, but with a Stoic twist. Record not only positive experiences but also challenges that have contributed to your growth. This dual approach acknowledges both the blessings and the lessons in life's various circumstances. Additionally, practice what the Stoics called negative visualization, occasionally imagining the loss of valued aspects of your life, from health to relationships. This mental exercise, while initially uncomfortable, enhances appreciation by highlighting the transient nature of all good things. To integrate gratitude into daily interactions, adopt the practice of expressing thanks more frequently and meaningfully. When thanking someone, be specific about what you appreciate and how it impacts your life. This not only strengthens relationships but also reinforces your own awareness of life's blessings. Remember Marcus Aurelius's reminder. When you arise in the morning, think of what a privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love. Let this perspective guide your daily reflections and interactions, transforming ordinary moments into opportunities for genuine appreciation. Maintaining equanimity. If you are pained by external things, it is not they that disturb you, but your own judgment of them. And it is in your power to wipe out that judgment now. Marcus Aurelius. equanimity, or the ability to maintain inner calm regardless of external circumstances, stands as one of Stoicism's most transformative practices. Marcus Aurelius's insight reveals that our emotional turmoil stems not from events themselves but from our interpretations of them. This principle holds immense relevance in today's fast-paced world, where constant notifications, breaking news, and social media updates can easily disrupt our peace of mind. The Stoics viewed equanimity not as passive acceptance but as active mastery over one's emotional responses, enabling individuals to navigate life's turbulence with unwavering composure. Developing equanimity begins with recognizing the automatic nature of our emotional reactions and choosing to interrupt this process. When confronted with upsetting news or unexpected changes, practice pausing before responding. Take 3 deep breaths, then ask yourself, will this matter in a year? 5 years? This simple technique creates space between stimulus and response, allowing rational thought to prevail over impulsive emotion. Seneca advised, "Let all your efforts be directed to something. Let it keep that end in view." It's not activity that disturbs people, but false conceptions of things that drive them mad. To cultivate this state of calm, incorporate regular mindfulness practices into your daily routine. Spend 5 minutes each morning visualizing potential challenges and rehearsing calm responses. Throughout the day, periodically check in with your emotional state, noting any signs of agitation and consciously releasing tension. When faced with difficult conversations or stressful situations, maintain awareness of your breathing and posture. Physical calmness often precedes mental tranquility. Remember Epictetus's guidance. Men are disturbed not by things, but by the views which they take of them. Building equanimity also involves preparing for adversity in advance. Regularly contemplate worst-case scenarios not to induce anxiety, but to diminish their power to unsettle you when they occur. This practice, known as premeditatio malorum, premeditation of evils, helps you face real challenges with greater poise because you've already mentally processed similar situations. By consistently applying these techniques, you gradually develop an unshakable inner stability that allows you to meet life's vicissitudes with grace and wisdom. Focusing on virtue. Virtue is the only good. Zeno of Citium. Zeno's foundational principle establishes virtue as the ultimate measure of human excellence and the sole path to true fulfillment. In Stoic philosophy, virtue encompasses 4 cardinal qualities: wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance, each representing essential aspects of moral character. Wisdom enables sound judgment and proper understanding of life's complexities. Courage empowers action in the face of fear or difficulty. Justice guides fair treatment of others and ethical conduct. Temperance ensures moderation and self-control in all pursuits. Together, these virtues form an integrated framework for living authentically and meaningfully. The pursuit of virtue manifests practically in daily life through countless small choices and actions. When faced with ethical dilemmas at work, wisdom helps discern the right course of action, while courage enables following through despite potential consequences. Justice appears in treating colleagues fairly and advocating for equitable practices, while temperance prevents overindulgence in office politics or excessive ambition. Consider the example of a manager who must decide between promoting a less qualified friend or a more capable subordinate. Virtue demands choosing based on merit rather than personal relationships. To integrate virtuous living into your routine, Begin by identifying specific areas where each cardinal virtue can be applied. For wisdom, dedicate time each week to reading and reflection that expands your understanding of complex issues. Courage can be practiced through small acts of bravery, such as speaking truth to power in meetings or defending unpopular but ethical positions. Justice might manifest in volunteering time to mentor junior colleagues or addressing systemic inequalities within your organization. Temperance can be cultivated through mindful consumption, whether of food, media, or material goods. Seneca emphasized that virtue is both necessary and sufficient for happiness. Virtue is nothing else than right reason. To track your progress, maintain a virtue journal where you record daily opportunities to practice each quality and reflect on your successes and challenges. Regularly review these entries to identify patterns and areas for growth. Remember Marcus Aurelius's counsel. Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. Through consistent practice and reflection, virtue becomes not just an abstract ideal, but a lived reality that shapes every aspect of your life. Accepting impermanence. All things are in the process of becoming something else. Marcus Aurelius. The Stoic understanding of impermanence offers profound liberation from the suffering caused by attachment to permanence. Marcus Aurelius's observation reflects a fundamental truth about existence. Everything in life is transient, constantly evolving and transforming. This principle applies equally to material possessions, relationships, careers, and even our own lives. Recognizing this impermanence doesn't lead to despair but rather to a deeper appreciation of the present moment and a healthier relationship with change. The Stoics viewed life as a river, always flowing forward, and taught that attempting to grasp and hold on to any aspect of it only causes unnecessary pain. To embrace impermanence practically, begin by observing the natural cycles around you. Notice how seasons change, technologies evolve, and trends come and go. Apply this awareness to your personal life by regularly reflecting on how you've grown and changed over time. When faced with endings, whether it's leaving a job, ending a relationship, or moving to a new home, practice viewing these transitions as natural progressions rather than losses. Seneca advised, "Things that are really good and excellent are difficult to obtain, and when obtained, they do not last long." Develop rituals that acknowledge impermanence while celebrating the present. For instance, create a gratitude farewell practice when concluding significant phases of life. Write letters of appreciation to departing colleagues, document memories from a closing chapter, or simply take time to consciously acknowledge and honor what's ending. This approach transforms potentially painful transitions into meaningful moments of closure and growth. Remember Epictetus's teaching. Do not seek to have everything that happens happen as you wish, but wish for everything to happen as it actually does happen, and your life will be serene. To deepen your acceptance of impermanence, practice what the Stoics called viewing from above, regularly contemplating life from a broader perspective. Imagine looking down at Earth from space, considering the vastness of time and the relative brevity of human existence. This cosmic viewpoint helps put daily concerns into proper context and fosters appreciation for the fleeting beauty of each moment. By embracing impermanence, you paradoxically gain greater peace and presence in your life, learning to fully inhabit each experience without clinging to it. Mastering self-discipline. No man is free who is not master of himself. Epictetus. Self-discipline stands as the cornerstone of Stoic practice, serving as the mechanism through which theoretical knowledge transforms into tangible personal growth. Epictetus's assertion highlights that true freedom isn't found in external circumstances but in the ability to govern one's own impulses, desires, and reactions. This mastery over oneself manifests in various forms throughout daily life, from maintaining healthy habits to controlling emotional responses and adhering to personal values. The Stoics viewed self-discipline not as restrictive but as empowering, the means by which individuals shape their character and destiny. To develop self-discipline, begin by establishing clear, achievable goals aligned with your core values. Break these objectives into small, manageable steps and commit to consistent progress rather than perfection. For instance, instead of resolving to be more disciplined, set specific intentions like meditating for 5 minutes each morning or writing in a journal every evening. Track your progress without judgment, using setbacks as learning opportunities rather than reasons for self-criticism. Remember Seneca's advice. It is not because things are difficult that we do not dare. It is because we do not dare that they are difficult. Create structured routines that support self-discipline while allowing flexibility. Establish fixed times for important activities like exercise, study, or reflection, but remain adaptable to unexpected circumstances. Use environmental design to support your goals. Remove distractions from your workspace. Prepare healthy meals in advance, or set up reminders for important tasks. When faced with temptation or procrastination, employ the Stoic technique of pre-commitment. Make decisions in advance about how you'll handle challenging situations, reducing the need for willpower in the moment. Practice delaying gratification regularly to strengthen your self-control muscles. When feeling the urge to indulge in immediate pleasures, pause and consider whether they align with your long-term goals. Marcus Aurelius suggested, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury." Apply this principle by responding to challenges with discipline rather than reactive behavior. Gradually increase the difficulty of your self-discipline practices, much like progressive strength training, until maintaining control becomes second nature. Embracing simplicity. Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking. Marcus Aurelius. The Stoic emphasis on simplicity offers a powerful antidote to modern society's pervasive consumerism and material excess. Marcus Aurelius's insight reveals that true contentment arises not from accumulating possessions but from cultivating inner richness and clarity of purpose. This principle finds particular relevance in today's world, where marketing messages and social media constantly promote the idea that happiness depends on external acquisitions. The Stoics advocated for a life of voluntary simplicity, where needs are distinguished from wants, and resources are used thoughtfully and intentionally. Practicing simplicity begins with conducting a thorough assessment of your current lifestyle. Examine your possessions, commitments, and daily habits, asking whether each element genuinely contributes to your well-being or merely satisfies fleeting desires. Seneca advised, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more that is poor." Implement a regular decluttering practice, not just of physical spaces but also of digital environments, social obligations, and mental clutter. This process creates room for what truly matters and reduces the stress associated with maintenance and management of excess. To simplify effectively, establish clear criteria for acquisition and commitment. Before purchasing something new, wait 24 to 48 hours to determine if the desire persists. For commitments, maintain a one in, one out policy. Taking on a new responsibility requires relinquishing an existing one. Embrace multifunctional solutions and prioritize quality over quantity in possessions. Epictetus suggested, "Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants." Regularly reflect on your basic needs: shelter, nourishment, meaningful relationships, and recognize how little is actually required for a fulfilling life. Integrate simplicity into your daily routine through mindful consumption and intentional living. Prepare meals from whole ingredients, choose experiences over material gifts, and invest time in activities that enrich your spirit rather than drain your resources. Create designated technology-free periods to foster presence and connection. Remember Marcus Aurelius's reminder: "He who lives in harmony with himself lives in harmony with the universe." By embracing simplicity, you align your external circumstances with your internal values, creating space for genuine happiness to flourish. Cultivating resilience. The greater the difficulty, the more glory in surmounting it. Epictetus. Resilience, according to Stoic philosophy, represents not merely the ability to bounce back from adversity but the capacity to transform challenges into opportunities for growth and character development. Epictetus's perspective emphasizes that true strength emerges through overcoming obstacles, with each difficulty presenting a chance to demonstrate and enhance one's fortitude. This principle holds particular significance in our modern world, where rapid change and uncertainty often test our resolve. The Stoics viewed resilience as a skill that could be deliberately cultivated through practice and reflection, rather than an innate trait possessed by only a fortunate few. To build resilience systematically, adopt the Stoic practice of voluntary discomfort, intentionally exposing yourself to minor challenges to strengthen your ability to handle larger ones. This might involve taking cold showers, fasting for short periods, or completing tasks without modern conveniences. These controlled exposures train your mind and body to adapt to discomfort, making real-life challenges feel more manageable. Marcus Aurelius advised, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Approach each difficulty as a teacher, asking what lesson it offers and how it can contribute to your growth. Develop a resilient mindset by reframing failures as feedback and setbacks as setups for future success. When facing disappointment, immediately ask yourself, "What can I learn from this? How can I improve next time?" Maintain a resilience journal, where you document challenges, your responses to them, and the outcomes. Regularly review these entries to identify patterns in your coping mechanisms and celebrate your growing strength. Seneca suggested, "A gem cannot be polished without friction, nor a man perfected without trials." Build a support network of like-minded individuals committed to personal growth, creating a community that encourages resilience through shared experiences and mutual encouragement. Practice visualization techniques, regularly imagining yourself successfully navigating potential challenges. Remember Epictetus's teaching. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. By consistently applying these practices, you transform resilience from an abstract concept into a lived reality, equipping yourself to face life's inevitable difficulties with courage and determination. Practicing mindfulness. Today I escaped anxiety. Or no, I discarded it, because it was within me, in my own perceptions. Marcus Aurelius. Stoic mindfulness represents a profound approach to present moment awareness that predates modern meditation practices by centuries. Marcus Aurelius's reflection highlights the active nature of Stoic mindfulness, not merely observing thoughts but engaging with them critically to maintain mental clarity. This practice involves cultivating acute awareness of your thoughts, emotions, and judgments as they arise, then consciously choosing which to entertain and which to release. Unlike some contemporary mindfulness approaches that emphasize passive observation, Stoic mindfulness actively works to reshape one's mental landscape, fostering greater control over emotional responses and thought patterns. To implement Stoic mindfulness in daily life, begin by setting aside dedicated periods for self-reflection, ideally at the start and end of each day. During these sessions, examine your thoughts and emotions objectively, asking whether they align with reason and virtue. When intrusive thoughts or worries emerge, practice what the Stoics called cognitive distancing, viewing these mental phenomena as clouds passing through the sky of your consciousness rather than inherent aspects of your identity. Seneca advised, "Let all your activity be directed towards some object, let it have some end in view." Integrate mindfulness into routine activities by maintaining awareness of your actions and motivations. While eating, focus on the taste, texture, and nourishment of your food rather than consuming mindlessly. During conversations, listen actively and respond thoughtfully rather than reacting impulsively. When performing tasks, concentrate fully on the present moment rather than dwelling on past events or anticipating future outcomes. Epictetus suggested, "Keep your attention focused entirely on what is truly your own concern, and be clear that what belongs to others is their business and none of yours." Develop what Marcus Aurelius called the view from above, regularly contemplating your place in the larger scheme of things to maintain perspective. This practice helps prevent getting caught up in trivial concerns and fosters appreciation for life's bigger picture. Use reminders throughout your day, perhaps sticky notes or phone alerts, to prompt moments of conscious awareness. Remember that Stoic mindfulness isn't about achieving a permanent state of calm but about consistently returning to the present moment with intention and purpose. Building meaningful relationships. Associate with those who will make a better person of you. Welcome those whom you yourself can improve. Seneca. The Stoic approach to relationships emphasizes quality over quantity, advocating for connections that mutually enhance personal growth and virtue. Seneca's guidance suggests a reciprocal dynamic where both parties benefit from the association, creating relationships that elevate rather than diminish character. This principle holds particular relevance in today's hyper-connected world, where superficial connections often replace meaningful engagement. The Stoics viewed relationships not as sources of external validation but as opportunities for mutual improvement and ethical development. To cultivate meaningful relationships, begin by assessing your current social circle through the lens of virtue and growth. Identify individuals who inspire you to become your best self and whose company leaves you feeling energized and motivated. Similarly, recognize those who may benefit from your influence and support. Marcus Aurelius advised, "Surround yourself with people who remind you more of what you want to be rather than what you are." Prioritize depth over breadth in your connections, investing time and energy in fewer, more substantial relationships rather than maintaining numerous shallow acquaintanceships. practice active listening and genuine presence in your interactions, approaching each conversation as an opportunity for mutual learning. When engaging with others, focus on understanding their perspectives and sharing insights that promote growth rather than merely exchanging pleasantries. Epictetus suggested, "Don't explain your philosophy. Embody it." Demonstrate Stoic principles through your actions and attitudes, inspiring others through example rather than instruction. Create regular opportunities for meaningful dialogue, whether through scheduled discussions, shared activities, or collaborative projects that require thoughtful engagement. Establish boundaries that protect your time and energy while remaining open to authentic connection. Learn to say no to social obligations that don't align with your values or contribute to personal growth. At the same time, remain receptive to new relationships that promise mutual benefit. Remember Seneca's reminder, "Wherever there is a human being, there is an opportunity for kindness." Approach each interaction with this mindset, recognizing the potential for positive impact in every encounter. Pursuing purpose. First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. Epictetus. Purpose, according to Stoic philosophy, represents the alignment of one's actions with their highest values and aspirations. Epictetus's directive emphasizes the critical sequence of first clarifying one's desired identity, and then consistently acting in accordance with that vision. This principle transcends mere goal setting, encompassing a comprehensive approach to living that integrates personal values, strengths, and contributions to the greater good. The Stoics viewed purpose not as something to be discovered externally but as an internal compass that guides daily decisions and long-term direction. To identify and pursue your purpose, begin with deep self-reflection, examining your core values, natural talents, and the impact you wish to have on the world. Marcus Aurelius advised, "Everything, a horse, a vine, is created for some duty. Man's true delight is to do the things he was made for." Consider what activities make you lose track of time, what problems you feel compelled to solve, and what legacy you wish to leave. Then, translate these insights into specific, actionable commitments that align with your identified purpose. Break down your purpose into manageable components that can be integrated into daily life. Create a purpose statement that serves as a touchstone for decision-making, helping you evaluate opportunities and challenges against your core mission. Seneca suggested, "Our plans miscarry because they have no aim. When a man does not know what harbor he is making for, no wind is the right wind." Regularly review and refine your purpose statement as you grow and circumstances change, ensuring it remains relevant and inspiring. Implement systems that support purposeful living, such as scheduling regular reflection time, setting purpose-aligned goals, and measuring progress against your values rather than external metrics. Develop habits that reinforce your purpose, whether through daily practices, professional choices, or community involvement. Remember Epictetus's teaching, "If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid." True purpose often requires stepping outside conventional paths and embracing temporary discomfort in service of long-term fulfillment. Conclusion: living the Stoic way in modern times. The 13 Stoic principles explored in this article collectively form a comprehensive framework for achieving lasting happiness and fulfillment in contemporary life. From mastering our responses to external events through perspective and equanimity, to cultivating inner strength and resilience, These timeless teachings offer practical solutions to modern challenges. The emphasis on gratitude, simplicity, and meaningful relationships addresses the root causes of much of today's dissatisfaction, while the focus on virtue, purpose, and self-discipline provides clear direction for personal growth and ethical living. What makes Stoicism particularly compelling in today's world is its remarkable adaptability across different contexts and circumstances. Whether navigating professional challenges, managing personal relationships, or seeking greater meaning in life, these principles offer universal guidance that transcends cultural and temporal boundaries. The wisdom of Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus speaks directly to our modern struggles with anxiety, materialism, and existential uncertainty, providing proven strategies for maintaining inner peace and purpose. The true power of Stoicism lies in its practical application. These aren't mere philosophical abstractions but actionable guidelines for daily living. By integrating these principles into our routines through consistent practice and reflection, we gradually transform our approach to life's inevitable difficulties. Each challenge becomes an opportunity for growth, each setback a lesson in resilience, and each moment a chance to live more authentically and meaningfully. As we embrace these Stoic teachings, we discover that happiness isn't something to be pursued externally but cultivated internally through wise choices and virtuous living.